Do you love practical, frugal living habits that you can do regularly? If so, stick around. This video is for you because when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite frugal things, and then I don't feel so bad. Welcome, I'm Amy, and here at Frugal Over 50, I give you tips and tools for frugal living. Let's talk about these frugal habits that I love and that you might love too. Number one, just about every day I use my very favorite cashback rewards app called Fetch. You may have a favorite cashback rewards app that you love, but I recommend Fetch here all the time because it's so easy to use. I do my regular shopping at the grocery store or online. I scan my receipts into the Fetch app, and I earn rewards points that I can use for actual dollars. I love to use those dollars for little indulgences like going to my favorite coffee shop, but sometimes I use those dollars to go get regular groceries. What do you use your cashback apps for? And what are your favorites? If you haven't tried Fetch, click my link below and you get $2 free just for signing up today. Give cashback rewards apps a try. Number two, I love to make my coffee at home every day. I do use my indulgences from my Fetch Rewards cashback app to go to my favorite coffee shop and get the fancy coffee. But I also love to make my coffee at home, and I can do it every day. I can have as much coffee as I want. I love to make coffee that is just like the mochas that I get at my fancy coffee shop. It costs me pennies to make, and it's so delicious. And I have a mug that I bought for 99 cents at the Goodwill store that I love to use to drink my coffee. It's a wonderful ritual. It's beautifully frugal, and it makes me feel so happy about myself and about my life. If you haven't tried making your coffee or your tea or your favorite morning beverage of choice at home, try it. If you do, tell me, what's your favorite drink to make for yourself at home in the mornings? Number three, if you like to cook, consider making things at home that maybe you used to just buy at the store without thinking about it. Several years ago, I started making my own mayonnaise, and I love the taste of it. My kids grew up loving the taste of my homemade mayonnaise so much that they don't even like the store-bought stuff anymore, and I rarely buy it. If I end up buying something mayonnaise-like, it's the salad dressing style of mayonnaise that I don't really know how to make, and I've tried and I didn't like the results. But if you have not tried making simple things that you could just make at home and enjoy, try it. I also love to make bread and butter pickles. I love to buy those too, but man, are they delicious when you make them on your own. I love to make sandwich bread and sourdough bread and waffles and pancakes. Have you heard of a Dutch baby pancake? I love those so much. I love experimenting in the kitchen, and that's my place to make things that I might otherwise buy. But for you, it might be something different. Maybe you like to sew, and you like to make clothes that you would otherwise buy. In this day and age, that might be a little bit more expensive, but they last longer. Maybe you make home improvement projects that someone like me would have to hire out. What is it that you like to make at home that maybe you used to buy, but now you get so much satisfaction from making yourself? The fourth thing that I love to do regularly is to shop at home first before I go out and shop outside. This is not to say that I never shop outside the home. That's absolutely not true. I live in the same society that you live in, and so you know that we are not self-sufficient, every household unto itself. That's just not how our world works. But before I go out and shop for something, I look and see, do I have something at home that I could use instead? Do I have something at home that I could make work? Could I move something around? Could I reconfigure something? Could I repair something? Think about what you have in your home that you could repurpose. Or thinking about your kitchen, what do you have in your pantry right now that you could cook so that you don't have to go to the store for the next couple of days? Sometimes that's hard because we have our favorite foods that we eat quicker, and then there's the lurker stuff in the pantry. Try eating it up and see how far it gets you frugally and financially. Number five, plan your meals. This is something that I like to do sometimes, and sometimes I don't. Let me tell you about it. I love to do meal planning when my family is very busy or when I am very busy. And I know that over the next few weeks or the next month, I'm not going to have a lot of time to think about food, but I'm going to need to eat regularly because I have a lot going on. In those kinds of situations, I love to sit down and plan out breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks every day. And I have done this in busy times for as far as 4, 5, and 6 weeks ahead. And it gives me so much peace of mind. I just keep my meal plan on the refrigerator. And when it's time to go fix some food, I can look at the meal plan and I can see that's what we're having today. If I decide to change my mind, it doesn't matter because I've got 4, 5, 6 weeks of things that I can rotate in and out because I'm thinking carefully about meal planning. If you haven't tried this, particularly in times when you're really busy, I strongly recommend it. And that leads us to the next one, which is I like to plan ingredients sometimes instead of planning meals. If it's something like right now when I'm recording this, it's the summer and I have a kind of a more relaxed schedule, then I don't necessarily like to go about planning entire meals for entire weeks or entire months. But I do like to plan ingredients. What ingredients would I like to have so that I can easily configure them to make a meal for myself, so that my teens can configure them to make meals for themselves, or so that we can throw something together to eat as a family? Especially if you are on your own and you are planning meals just for yourself, which is going to be me soon, possibly by the time you watch this video. It's really important to have ingredients that you love but that you can configure into a variety of meals so that you're not just eating leftovers all the time, or you're not just eating the same thing all the time unless you really like that thing. So whether you're planning actual meals or planning for ingredients that you can configure in a variety of different ways to make several different kinds of meals, plan your food. Number 7, carry a water bottle with you whenever you go out. I've talked about this before and everybody loves telling me about their water bottle. So tell me about your water bottle. What color is it? What shape is it? How long have you had it? I have one that I purchased from my favorite coffee shop several years ago, and I just love it. And in my part of the world, as I'm recording this, we are able to get out and about a bit more. And when I go out, I notice that I love to have in my car with me a bottle of water. It feels very comforting, very reassuring. When I get out of a store, I've been shopping with my mask on and being very safe, and then I feel a little bit dry. I get in the car, drink some water, and it feels wonderful. So tell me about your water bottle. If you don't have one, I'd like to encourage you to get one. You might think that they cost a lot of money, especially if you want to get a good one, which I do recommend, but they're going to save you money over time because you won't be buying bottled water. You won't be as tempted to buy drinks when you're out. And I think temptation when we are out is one of the things that can really hurt our frugal living journeys. Just a little drib here, a little drab there, and suddenly we don't know where our money went. But if you carry a water bottle, you open up all kinds of possibilities for comfortable frugal living while you are out and about. Number 8, save money with every paycheck or with every little bit of income that you have coming in. You can decide on a percentage that you're going to set aside, or you can decide on a dollar amount that you're going to set aside. And some people call this pay yourself first, meaning that before you pay your bills, you pay yourself, your future self, by saving money. It doesn't have to be a lot. This is my little secret that I want to share with you about this frugal living habit. Save a little bit at a time, and you will feel empowered. You will feel ready to charge forward on your frugal living journey. Because even if you have a very small amount that you're saving, you have the habit of saving. And a frugal living habit can grow into frugal living success. That leads us to number 9, which is to save for an emergency fund. We've had a lot of conversations about saving here. And stick around for the next video where I'm going to talk to you all about what is an emergency fund and how to save up for one. And next week, we are going to start our next savings challenge. It's going to be our summer 2021 Frugal Over 50 Community Savings Challenge. And it's going to start with save a little bit here and there, and maybe save for an emergency fund. If you've gotten value out of this video, I'd love to invite you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified first of new videos. And if you'd like to support the growth of the channel, click the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. My thanks to each of you for joining and being part of the Frugal Over 50 community. Wherever you are on your frugal living journey, take the next step, whatever that next step is for you. Know that you are not alone, and I am so proud of you. Live frugally, change your life, and together we will change the world. I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye.